Today's video was suggested to me by Joe Clements, who said that he wants me to make my own A Troupe with characters from across all seasons so far. What I decided to do was make an A Troupe for season 7 that I would love to see and I think would be capable of winning nationals and internationals again. As I go along, I'm going to say one trait why I want them on the team and one of their negatives, because I appreciate that no dancer is perfect and also no person is perfect, and everyone on the next step has had some kind of drama or flaw, so I'm going to try and remember those and keep it all in mind when I'm picking my final 12. I think A Troupe has 12 people on usually. So for my A Troupe, I want them to be driven and ambitious, but I also want them to be good at more than one style, just so they're a bit more versatile. So first on my A Troupe, I've chosen Giselle. Giselle can do contemporary, acro, she can do hip hop, we saw that at internationals, and she can obviously tumble. She's just very well rounded. But I do think she can sometimes be over ambitious and go out of her depth with how much she thinks she can do. For example, when she wanted to do the helicopter lift in season 1 and she went against Kate and Chris's rules. And obviously that's a bit of a worry because I obviously wouldn't want someone going against my rules if I had my own A Troupe. As well as that, when she was chosen to be dance captain, she didn't handle it very well at first. So obviously being a leader might not be Giselle's strength. Second on my A Troupe, I'm going to have James, because James can do hip hop and he can do contemporary, which we saw at internationals when he danced with Riley. He can also tumble. He's very funny. I think people look up to him a lot, and he is a responsible person, maybe lesser so in the earlier seasons, but by season 4 he was responsible. However, James can get distracted easily. For example, when he got distracted by the band and kept missing rehearsals.
Yo, what's up?
Hi. Did you lose track of time again?
What time is it?
3:30.
3:30. Oh! I forgot about rehearsal with Riley.
Next on my A Troupe, I have Michelle, because Michelle can do contemporary, hip hop, she can tumble, and she's a good leader. She can let her emotions get in the way of dance. For example, in the hotel routine, she just started crying at the end of it. I kind of need my dancers to be emotionless until they get on stage. Alden would be my next person on the team because he's well-rounded in pretty much all styles and he is one of the best dancers that's ever been to the next step. He'd be an excellent asset to the team, but he can be a little bit like dopey and a bit clueless and distracted.
I love you. Oh.
Hi, I'm Eldon. Nice to meet you.
Oh. Daniel would be next on my A Troupe because he's technically excellent in ballet and contemporary. He's dedicated and he always wants to be the best, but this can be a weakness because obviously in season 2 he left the next step because Kate wouldn't let him have a solo at nationals.
Please, I don't want to do this. Just please give me the solo.
If someone is that willing to leave their team just to kind of get themselves in the spotlight, that can be a worry. But his dance ability, I'd want someone of that level to be on my team. Next on my A Troupe is Noah, because he's very well rounded in his styles. He's very similar to Eldon. He works really well with the team and he's an excellent leader, as we've seen from his time as dance captain. He can hide his problems though, which is a worry. For example, when he had a back injury and he continued to dance through it and not tell anybody. I can't have my dancers hiding things. If I was the studio head, I'd need them to come to me and tell me their issues so that everyone was on the same page. Because he's such a strong dancer, I'd next have Alfie on my team because he could do contemporary, hip hop, he can tumble. I'm pretty sure he could do ballet. His technique suggests this, like a lot of his moves are very balletic. He's adaptable and he works really hard and he can stand up to his friends if he believes in what is being said to him. Alfie stood up to the team when Riley made her decision not to compete at the regionals qualifier, and I think that is a really good personality trait that he has. And as Albus Dumbledore said, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends.
No,
Let's
hard.
faith in us.
We've worked on that number.
We can win.
Hey, settle down. She made a decision. It's not an easy one. And whatever decision she makes, we have to respect it.
He can, however, come across as patronising and not very empathetic. For example, when he just told Piper that it wasn't really her business and she should just carry on doing the dance with him when she saw him kiss Riley, who was his brother's girlfriend at the time.
We should probably just focus on dancing, Piper.
I'm always focused on dance. What about you, Elfie?
My patience for Piper is wearing pretty thin right now.
He's also a prince, so he could have duties that he needs to attend to and, other responsibilities. So next I'd have Rochelle on my team because she's also very well-rounded. She can do hip-hop, contemporary, acro, she can tumble, she can do ballet. Along with Alden and Noah, she's probably the most well-rounded person. She's strong and determined, and she is a great leader, but sometimes she can be arrogant and not work well with others.
She's an asset to the team, but sometimes she can be a challenge to work with. In my experience, Rochelle has difficulty taking criticism.
It's just Rochelle in general. Rochelle doesn't really have empathy towards the team. She just wants to dance. Piper would be next on my team because she could do contemporary, she could do ballet and hip hop, and we know she can do her aerial now. So she is just as well-rounded as most people on the team. She always wants to be the best dancer that she can be. However, she can get really nervous and anxious.
Having an international winning brother that I need to live up to and messing up my aerial, it's all playing in my head.
Because Piper left because of how anxious she was feeling when Miss Angela was really on at her about doing that aerial. Obviously that's a worry because I need all my dancers to be on the team and focused and ready. So if Piper's off at home because she can't face the studio, that's a problem. My next A Trooper is Jackie because she can do contemporary and hip hop, she can tumble, she's hardworking and she's a technical dancer. She's just very good. I love Jackie's dancing. She wants to be the best dancer she can be, but I think she kind of has no limits as to how she's going to get it. I remember she's saying that Rochelle's not there, so she's ready to take the top spot.
And with Rochelle still out, I'm moving to the top spot.
For example, when she and Rochelle tricked Summer into nearly leaving the studio just so that she could have possibly got onto the front line.
Did you do this Summer because you're jealous of her?
No, this isn't about Summer. This is about how you don't believe in me.
And also she didn't listen to Noah when Noah was telling her that he wanted a hip-hop routine, not a contemporary routine, and she was adamant that she was correct. I need my dancers to be able to listen to each other and not always go for what they want. They need to compromise. Second to last member on the team is Kingston. He can do contemporary hip-hop, he can tumble, he's actually really good. I think considering he's meant to be branded as a basement dancer and just a guy that came in from the internet, he's actually probably one of the best currently on the team, but he kind of tries to take shortcuts in everything. He skipped school to try and get better at dance, and it's possible that he's in that sense over dedicated, he really wants to be the best he can be. And last but not least on my A Troupe is Summer. She's well rounded in pretty much everything. She's really friendly, she's really nice. But she's maybe a little bit of a pushover because, for example, how she let Jackie and Rochelle convince her that there was a workshop somewhere else.
Did you want to come with us? Don't we have rehearsal?
Michelle canceled rehearsal. Didn't you get the text?
She is so forgetful. Oh, okay. Awesome.
See you there.
It's a worry that she might not perform to the best of her ability just because she thinks that, other people are going to see her as being vain or arrogant, when actually I need her to just be the best dancer she can be. So that is who I would have on my A Troupe for season 7. I'd obviously bring back old characters, keep the new ones, and yeah, I'd just have the ultimate A Troupe, I think. Comment below who you'd have on your A Troupe for season 7. I'm trying to upload on Wednesdays and Sundays now. Those are kind of trying to be my days, but it just depends how much university work I have. I'm a bit overloaded. I'm in my final year. It's stressful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!